All right. So after making the agreement, the money had changed hands. So now you're floating on 100 gold, but your basic necessities for right now are taken care of. The trip is slow and steady.
I'm still making that greater restoration spell scroll.
Okay. That was how much though?
250.
All right. You only have I thought you only had 1,100 gold.
No, I had 1,600.
Oh, 16. Okay, then never mind. You can buy the ingredients too. All right. So yeah, you can work on that. The second day of the overseas travel is seeing some thunderstorms setting in the area, and as you're continuing to grow closer to the volcano, you do see that there is a steady glow. Almost like it's a tower, but it's a natural one. You're not seeing like the more exotic hellish colors. And of course, there's a constant plume of smoke that's still coming up, such that you can smell even miles away. You can smell the smoke on the air, and there's even some ash that comes down like a summer snow. And with the oncoming rain, there's a pretty good chance too that the rain is going to hit that ash and just kind of coat everything in
sludge.
Yeah. In this hopefully not too toxic sludge, but that is a concern. The day of arrival comes. It is dark, and it is stormy as well. The winds have been battering against the airship. Though the airship has handled itself pretty well. It's being piloted in a very steady manner. There are just sheets of rain coming down, and of course, things are taking on a kind of a grayish tint. And you're even finding like little bits of like gristle that are coming down.
How big is the ship again?
50 feet.
I would like to keep most of the rain off of the ship and also direct the wind so it is behind us.
Okay.
And assisting us along the way.
It's sure, as much as you want to stay up on deck and control the winds and do that, you can do so as long as you're willing and awake.
Mm-hmm.
Norlai saves the day. Your landing will be a little bit more smooth. Not that I, as a DM, would ever dream of having something like a rough landing in a storm in Jurassic Park.
Lies.
That is absolutely a lie. You're correct. So, we come down to... I tried. So with a still controllable, a still manageable descent, you end up coming down in the Dragon Graveyard as reasonably close as possible, given the weather and all the stone. You disembark and you say your goodbyes to Lillebrand, or as Willobrand, of course, that he would pronounce his own name. And you have 2 days to trudge and trek and do what you're gonna do, leaving a ship behind you.
Up into the valley we go. Up and into the valley we go.
Yep. That is where we are headed.
All right. Thunder and lightning overhead. Although if you stick close enough to Norlai, you all in the 20-foot radius.
Within 20 feet of me.
Yeah. You don't have to worry about that too much. Though you can certainly see that there is just water pouring down from a lot of the rocks that comprise this, the valley walls and all the different sort of ruptures of earth that have occurred in the formation of this place. The trees are bowing at times to the sheer magnitude of the wind. and in places of the valley too. Like there's a river that does run through it, and of course that river is very swollen. It has and there's flooding here and there too. Boy, Mordecai, if you were still a vampire, this would have been terrible for you.
Bad times.
Very much so. A lot of fresh water, and it's all running.
Good thing I don't have that ailment anymore.
Yeah. You can see too that maybe due to the tremors from the volcanic eruption, now combined with the weather that this place has been experiencing overall, and the shaking of the volcano, there are mudslides. You can see where places, rock and mudslides, that places have just been washed out. That there are broken and splintered trees. Things that otherwise, the trees that would have been just magnificent and ancient, have now just broken before the storm and the current, the current climate. But you continue onwards. Do any of you offhand have survival, or do you have the tracking, or not the tracking feat? You have observant? No, not observant. Keen mind.
No, I have observant.
Okay.
Yeah, no, I have a...
No, I'm not observant. Never mind.
I have a +5 in survival.
Okay.
Not to mention you've been here before.
And I've been here before.
You have. Though I ask
I
simply because there's dangers to trekking through this place, and due to the slides and everything, the terrain has changed, and visibility isn't the best right now too. So
should I summon the goats?
It might be an idea, because they'll give us advantage on the saves and whatnot, which would be a solid thing to have.
Mm-hmm.
Is it a new day? By the way?
Yes, it is.
Yeah. I was gonna say we haven't been ourselves. All right. I'm gonna conjure 4 goats, one for each of us.
okay.
4 giant goats.
Now go ahead and roll a percentile, as you all have seen a lot of these flowers. Now, in some places, you could probably get away with it because the rocks have smothered or killed the flowers, or they've been washed away. Because at 21, creatures have disadvantage on saving throws against the next spell you cast in the next minute that involves a saving throw. All right, so
if something comes up in the next minute, I'm gonna lightning bolt it.
So yes, I guess a feeling of not to you, Norlai, but to to the goats and to your party members here. Maybe it's just that crack of lightning that occurred right when you summoned the goats, but there's just something kind of unsettling that is sort of giving them the jitters or making them admire your power in some way. You can feel it in the air. Okay, now we need to... you have the goats, and we need to get you over to this shack. If it's still there.
Fingers crossed.
So what we're going to do is we are going to see if you all survive. I'm going to make some hard calls in this narrated trek. And so I want one of you to begin by rolling survival. And this is going to be to get to find a path in order to try and safely avoid the flooded areas, the raging rivers, and this is a general setup to see how aware you are of any falling rocks.
Then I will go ahead and cast Enhance Ability on myself.
All right, roll or not a percentile. Roll a.
Uh,
Oh yeah, it is a percentile with that.
Guidance.
Yep, and I'll be picking Al's Wisdom.
Makes sense. 27. All right. Well, for the next minute, all your spells with a casting time of 1 action have a casting time of a bonus action. So Celine, you feel yourself kind of displaced from time. Like you just feel the rain almost seems to come down slower as everything for you personally has sped up.
Okay. Alright.
Alright, so you have
Wow,
a 10.
12 because of the guidance.
Oh, and I'm sorry, 12 because of guidance. Alright.
Yep. I got
That
it.
was poor.
Alright. Give me 1 second because I forgot to turn to this page. Okay, as you are trudging along, I need all of you to make a dexterity saving throw, please.
Oh.
All right.
Not the greatest, but not the worst.
Oh, plus nudge. I rolled a 4.
Yeah, not the great. Yeah. I mean, I rolled an 11.
You're the goats need roll.
All right.
Oh, well, I mean, yeah, that's right. We're all the goats, so technically you'd have advantage on this. Because of the sure-footed of the goats.
Oh, is that a quality of
The quality of the goats, yeah.
quality of the goats? Okay. The goats bound and try their best, as there is a rock slide that occurs, and it's as if a whole part of this part of the valley wall had come down. The goats are able to stay on top of it mostly, but there is going to be some damage that D20's thinking, roll 20's thinking about. Okay. All of you.
I don't think we have goats anymore.
All of you are going to only take half of that.
Yeah. Ow.
Ow.
As a tremendous power of
That's
nature
55.
comes down and slides out the path that you were going down. Does that take out your goats too?
That's
Yeah,
50 damage.
The
Yeah.
goats have like 10
That's
HP.
Okay.
That's like 55 damage. Yeah. No,
And the
ow.
goats absorb some of the damage.
I mean that they took their own.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm trying. I am below half, Deadpool.
The raw power of nature is put on display before you all.
Why don't we just earthquake the land back? That was kind of mean.
That
And you want to
doesn't.
earthquake the
That
land back?
would probably just make her angry.
Yeah.
She's
let's not
already
do
angry
that.
enough.
Let's not do
Well,
that.
she shouldn't be angry at us. We're trying to help.
All right. So that was pardon. The one way. Maybe that's the usual way, Celine, that you would have taken. based on a landmark you remembered. Unfortunately, that landmark doesn't seem to exist anymore.
Mm-hmm.
So now
Sorry.
I would like Noralai or Mordecai to roll a perception to try and find another way forward here, as we're having a guided tour of the Dragon's Graveyard. That's
I have
under
+1.
I have +7.
So there you go.
Wait, what are we looking at? Which
Perception.
category? I have a +11.
He said it was between me and Mordecai.
Oh, right, yeah. Then, yeah, you're doing it, Monica.
I am going to guidance myself.
Okay. Oh, I didn't get a wild magic effect for the last guidance.
It's a cantrip.
cantrip.
Oh, I'm sorry. What was I thinking? Bless?
Bless is
might have been
is a
thinking
first level
bless.
spell, yeah.
Okay, I'm sorry. I mixed up my spells then. No, you're good then.
What, a DM mixing up spells? How could you?
How could you?
How do I not have all 450 spells memorized? That's terrible.
Goddamn, I do. Ish. 22.
22. All right. So with a little bit of time here, you're looking around. You're finding a way forward. You are going to have to cross over an area of rushing water, but there do seem to be some rocks and some little bit of land that's still above. It is this right now the safest way forward. Unless you want to try going swimming, or you can cast more magic and manipulate things, but you know, who knows what could happen with that. But you have found a way that offers. And when I say rocks, I don't mean like, oh, you got to jump on your tippy toes like you're a bunch of ballet dancers trying to put on the Nutcracker Suite in the middle of a storm. Like these are, you're gonna have to do some jumping, but it's a solid way.
Yeah, that's the way that I would go.
All right. Well, progress then as you make yourself known to the river. As the water continues to pour down, it's raging. If you fall in the water, that will not be good. So what I would like,
I'm kind of like hanging in the back because I want to be ready to prepare control water should I need to.
Oh, okay.
Be ready to cast control water because that sounds like a bad time.
I can fly, so just gonna fly over it.
Okay, you can fly over the water. Actually, I should bring up. I don't know what spells Bright would have prepared, but I at least can hit a button on her sheet. Actually, speaking of that, I have to. Okay, she only took half damage from that. She's definitely not feeling too well, but she's still in there. As you all are hopping across, fighting against slipping, and/or the wind, and/or the mud, or whatever, I would like the remaining 3 of you to make an athletics check, please. Hop, hop, hop.
Oh, I'm awful at these.
Can I make an acrobatics?
No, because this is you're powering through. You're not necessarily being graceful.
I didn't see myself.
Guidance. Oh, gross.
Uh-oh. Oh no, Mordecai. Good thing you had a spell prepared, probably.
Yeah, I want to cast control water if I need to.
All right. So Mordecai, as you jump and your feet slip out, not necessarily from lack of grace, but just the lack of traction on the rock, combined with some ill-timed rushing of winds, or maybe a wave had splashed against the rock, and it just sort of like it hit your face and it distracted you for one crucial moment. and you have fallen into the water. Now you do have a spell prepared for control water. So go ahead and cast it.
Okay. That is. Where did it go? Control water. Control water. Here we go. Well, bam.
And roll a percentile with that too, please.
Percentile. 15.
15. Okay, interesting. For the next minute, you regain 5 hit points at the start of each of your turns.
Oh.
All right, so you'll end up getting 50 back.
Okay, I'm okay with this.
You control any freestanding water. So this isn't standing, but I think there's something about a river that you can redirect.
Yeah, I can redirect flow.
Yeah, flowing water in the area to move in a direction you choose, even if the water has to flow over obstacles, up walls. Okay, yep, that water in the area moves as you direct it, but once it moves beyond the spell's area, it resumes its flow. This is concentration. What I'm going to need you to do then is I want you to make two DC 10 concentration checks as you're bumped around. You're not severely injured, but you are being bumped against things, and your concentration is being challenged at least.
I am a warcaster, so I have advantage.
Okay, that's coming in handy then. Hopefully. Ooh, there's
Crit,
wow!
crit.
Look at that. 2 green 23s. Yeah. So you the water is absolutely at your command here. Like now that you're immersed in it, I mean, it's obviously life or death, but maybe it's just the whole, you've been bludgeoned by earth. You've now been embraced by the torrents of this river rushing through the valley. But you're in your element, right? If this is
almost as if I feel closer to her.
Yeah, and so it just the water almost seems to hold you and just deliver you to the bank. So you're a little bruised, but those will clean up nicely because you're gonna get that 50 hit points back from the wild magic. And Timberwolf, thank you very much for the raid. Welcome. Let's give a quick shout out to Timberwolf brother. Oh, Phasmophobia. This is the season to play it, right? Wow, yeah. So you are soaked. You have mud caked all over you. I mean, you probably even still have bruises on your over your body from the rock slide from earlier. But in that moment, I mean, Mordecai, if you needed a sign that this wasn't your new career, those two 23s on your concentration there, you owned that water. I mean, you didn't own it. That's probably the wrong thematic tale, but you were a part of it. Like you moved with the river. You worked together in tandem to accomplish your goals. And I mean, as the river, as the water, each little raindrop is just a raindrop. But as you've seen, it has battered mountains down here. The whole edifice's ancient walls of stone have crumbled just due to this little constant force. A wind that may not knock you over time will absolutely erode away the strongest of granite, or water can slowly decay the strongest of steel, and just there's this moment of reckoning where it just clicks in you. And so for the rest of you, you just see Mordecai, you sort of gasp a moment, oh, he's lost in the waves. Mordecai rises up out of in the torrential rain, out of the raging river here, and as the river just places him gently, arguably better than he went into the river at, he is now placed down. We might even say that some healing waters have washed over your body and restored you.
And I'm still maintaining concentration if anyone wants to use it as a way to get across safely.
Yep. The others had hopped across, and so they've made it across safely. They all turned to watch you. You spilled, except you turned tragedy into triumph. Glorious triumph at that.
Perfect. Well, I don't want to do that again.
All right.
I thought it was going to sweep me away, but it didn't. Thankfully.
All right. As you continue to push forward, there, you can see amid the flashes of lightning, an area that would be like a small hill that would be rising up out of the water. Not that it's torrential where you're at, but everywhere you're going now, there's at least like a puddle. Like your feet are all wet and soaked. Because even if Norlai can keep the rain off, it doesn't mean that she's keeping the puddles from getting into your boots, etc. But up
They're
ahead,
not in my boots.
up
I'm
ahead,
floating.
well, there's a hill, and it looks like there's a lot of animals on the hill. It's difficult to see at this moment, but in the flashes, there are a lot of things on this hill. Now, this is more of a narrative choice. Do you want to go up the hill over safety because it's above the waters? Or do you want to keep a low profile and there might be more of a hazard if you're staying in the lower areas?
Can you tell what type of animals they are?
They're bigger, but without getting too much closer, no. Because of all the rain getting in your way, the flashes of lightning are only providing brief illumination, and you're at a distance.
Okay.
They're not
I have
rabbits,
to speak
though.
with animals. I have to speak with animals so we could go up and I could just ask them nicely to not get in our way. Let's back to work.
Is that what you want? You want to do that, Norlai?
Yes. That's what I wanted to do.
Okay. You fly forward, and you're going to cast a spell?
Yep.
All right. I need a percentile as well, please.
Yep. $72.
You gain resistance to all damage for the next minute.
Ooh.
So you're...
So if this goes bad, I'm fine.
As this spell goes off and you speak to these animals, which are they're not wolves, like they're like scaled wolves, or sort of like they're not dragons, but they're just big lizards that must live in this area.
They're good boys.
As you go to speak to them, your own flesh seems to mimic the protective coating that they have on them as you grow scales all over your body. So you gain the ability to comprehend and verbally communicate with beasts for the duration. Okay. This is... You go up to them and...
Hey, we're just passing through. We don't want to bother you. We're just gonna go this way. So, we won't hurt you guys. You don't hurt us. We'll all be friends.
Is there actually a save on this? Or is this
No,
like...
this is me just talking to him.
Okay.
Yeah, there's no save.
Okay, I didn't know if there's some sort of a... Okay, it's a you might be able to persuade. It wasn't a built in. Got it. Okay.
Yeah.
So what are you telling them? I'm sorry?
I'm just telling them we're going this way. We're not going to hurt you. Please leave us be. Basically, I'm just letting them know what we're doing and telling them that we're not going to bother them.
All right. Let me get a persuasion along with this. As they are all rather, they're really, like, agitated.
That was advantage.
If only you had advantage. But yeah, they seem very irritated, like they're hissing and kind of spitting in your direction as you come flying up to them. They're very, they do look very upset at the state of things right now. Okay. They don't back down from their hissing and snapping. You're getting the idea, though, that they seem to be scared, or at least they're in a highly defensive mode right now. That they're very agitated. So you're not really getting a positive, like, oh, of course, ma'am. Please, sorry we were in your way. And they give a little bow before moving off to the side. You've communicated with them. And you've learned that they're very riled up. They're very upset. But they are remaining a concern.
Okay. This lasts for 10 minutes. Alright, I'm just gonna motion for the party to come, and I'm just gonna continue talking to the lizards, and I'm just gonna keep trying to soothe them, tell them everything's gonna be okay. We're just passing through, no one's gonna hurt you.
Alright. I would like... I'll make it for Bright as well. I want Mordecai and Celine to each make an animal handling check as you are passing by to come across as inoffensive as possible.
I have advantage on this as I still have owl thing.
Oh, Mordecai.
It's a 20. Oh, wow. Oh, coffee.
Oh, Bright. Oh, Bright,
I
no.
don't need the guidance to save you.
Alright, so Celine, like, you're able to, like, pass through, you're giving off vibes of, okay, just I'm just passing by. Leave me alone. Mordecai, I don't know if you accidentally step on their tail. You know, as a tiefling, it's a big faux pas. However, one of them does go to strike you for having
The audacity.
yeah, for stepping on it. Even if it was its fault for totally running in your way when you were otherwise trying to avoid it.
I'm using real dice now. I don't trust Roll20 anymore.
Put your camera
so
down on
one of
your
these,
own.
like, one of these dog-sized, powerful lizards goes to bite at you, and does a 22 hit you?
If I'm 30 feet from, if I'm less than 30 feet from Celine, then, well, yeah, it would, because it's still 22.
Okay. But right on there. All right.
Yeah, right on there.
Okay, I need you to make a Constitution saving throw, please.
Okay. I'll roll a real dice. It's plus 3. 15.
All right, you are going to take 22 piercing damage, as non-magical piercing damage, if it makes a difference, as its teeth bite back into your tail, and there's some kind of a stinging sensation left behind on its bite. To what effect? Nothing seems to be immediate.
Oh, yikes. This place is vicious.
But you are going to take 6 additional poison damage.
Oh,
They're poisonous.
oh no.
Oh no.
And Bright seems to jump out of the way of the bite, which is good because she would have been in this thing's mouth. It probably wouldn't have been good. But yes, she jumps off to the side and scampers. However, you do end up clearing the safe hill of angry lizards.
Okay, thank you. Thank you for not attacking. Not you. You attack. Thank the rest of you, though. We'll see you. Bye.
They hiss into the wind.
Okay, thanks, bye.
Okay, thanks, bye.
Yeah. That's probably what Bright's saying. Is she's hightailing it out of there. It like took a rip off of her dress or something, and she's just like woo, covering up and running away as she's dashing over the rest of the hill here. Oh man, this is almost like your DM is hitting like these skills that just hardly any of you have. This is terrible. Why would your DM ever do this?
Because you're mean.
This is torturing us. We are now Amogus.
Progress
Amogus.
continues through the storm. And for a while, I mean, you're walking in the rain. Nothing seems to be obviously happening. If any of you would like to take a short rest to regain hit points or to cast a spell, it's just raining, but Norlai can take care of that.
Sitting down for a minute sounds like a good plan.
Okay,
I would also like to sit down.
Yeah, sitting down does sound good.
sure.
And hit dice it is.
You know what? Do you have anything that does a thing for that, Mordecai, as we are now level 17 and you now have the capstone to your, Because I think, because that's actually important.
No,
to
my
know.
capstone is Keeper of Souls.
Do I spend a spell slot? Kind of thinking about it.
No, yeah. If I down an enemy, then I can use its life force to heal somebody, but I can't do that.
You know, I'm not even taking the. I'm back up to full. Just no, there's no things like you guys are resting. And she's just like, nope.
Yeah.
Why didn't you just take a sit down like the rest of us?
Multiple reasons.
You didn't even get bit in the tail.
No, I got crushed in a landslide instead.
Did you
We
cast
all did.
heal?
That's why we're doing this.
Yeah, I cast heal on myself.
All right, give me a percentile, please.
Yep.
You should have taken a sneak.
And I would have moved away from everyone to do this too.
Roll on this table at the start of each of your turns for the next minute, ignoring this result on subsequent rolls. All right.
You want me to make 10 rolls?
I need you to make
Exploded into
10
a wild
D100
magic
rolls,
again.
please.
I hope I
So
don't
then
explode.
explodes in wild magic again.
All right, so Celine excuses herself to go step to the side to heal because things are a little wacky. And let's see what happens. 33, maximize the damage of the next damaging spell you cast within the next minute. Oh, let's see what that is. 85, you cast Mirror Image. 64, you cast Fog Cloud centered on yourself. All right, so you this energy seems to crackle over you, maximizing your raw output. Then suddenly there's 4 Selines, and then you can't see any as a large mist just rolls out from her.
You just see the flickering of 4 Selines in the mist.
You then grow a long beard made of feathers that remains until you sneeze, at which point the feathers explode from your face. Afterwards, you cast Levitate. All right, so the fog cloud rolls out as you take a look over at whatever's happening to Celine. Just this bearded figure rises in the thunderstorm from the fog cloud. What a magnificent beard!
And the beard flowing in the wind.
Yep, the beard flapping in the wind.
Made of feathers.
Nope.
Yeah.
Steel is heavier than feathers.
Then you are frightened by the nearest creature until the end of your next turn. Okay. Celine, roll a D3. 1, it's Mordecai. 2, it's Norlai. 3, it's Bright.
Oh.
It's Mordecai.
You are So this bearded figure rises up out of the fog cloud, looks down at you, Mordecai, and shrieks in terror.
You can't even tell it's Selena at this point.
Followed by your skin turns a vibrant shade of blue.
Oh, joyous.
Oh, you almost turned into Mordecai, except you got the beard. You have the beard.
You look at Mordecai. You scream and turn the same shade.
By the way, your skin is blue until something changes that. That doesn't fade. 18 is your beard gets even longer. You have a tremendously wonderful, huge beard. Just as you scream, even the hair is fleeing your mouth as it's just you can watch the hair grow. You're like
not the hair, the feathers. The feathers.
Oh, I'm sorry, the feathers. Oh, so even
Angel
more feathers
are
of
coming
this
out of her
blue,
face.
yeah. This
Angel
blue
feathers coming out of her
screaming
face.
terror. You are an angel. You are this otherworldly, like feathered thing.
Fear not.
Yeah, be not afraid. Why do you have to
Be
tell
not
your
afraid.
party members that? Because you're terrifying. Then in 84,
I'm not afraid of Mordecai anymore.
each creature within 30 feet of you takes 1d10 necrotic damage. You regain hit points equal to the sum of the necrotic damage dealt.
I'm resistant.
So, well,
I'm also not that close to them.
yeah, you had moved away. But I will say that you probably end up like nuking some poor little lizard in the grass or something. As you're levitating, screaming, and growing a massive feather beard. So something or a couple things ended up dying, and you can regain 2 hit points from that. And then lastly, 26. An eye appears on your forehead for the next minute. During that time, you have advantage on wisdom perception checks that rely on sight.
Oh, wonderful!
Wow, so you are this, like, horribly feathered, you have 3 eyes, you have blue skin.
You're a strange celestial being.
Yeah, just screaming into the thunderstorm.
Her true form.
Oh, Jesus!
Yeah, this is Celine finally revealed her true form.
This isn't even my final form.
Yeah, so all of this just happens in the middle of this wild, horrible thunderstorm in the dragon's graveyard.
I didn't summon that.
Or you hear after the levitate comes back down. She has control over that and over the fog cloud and everything. Just that's it. And all you see is this massive cone-shaped splatter of feathers.
Oh.
Mordecai, Norlai, and Bright are all covered in feathers.
I'm already covered in feathers. What are you talking about?
And Celine walks back out, a bright blue and a third eye on her forehead. Wild magic.
See, you should have just had to sit down like the rest of us.
I forgot about the wild magic.
See, this is a good look for you, though. Because you've done that before, right?
Vibrant shade of blue.
Yes. At least
Yeah,
once
I think-
before.
I think I have. Look,
It's a good look, right?
I...
It does make you look more elven.
Being blue
Yeah, there's blue elves.
makes me look more like a tiefling, I guess? Kinda?
They don't have
Without
horns.
a tail? Just without a
Except
tail?
you look kind of like me, except without a tail and longer ears, like Norlai.
No, my ears
Mine-
are longer than hers.
Mine are kind of stumpy.
She healed so hard she grew an extra body part and feathers. Oh. Look, the dangers of healing, kids. Oh
Yeah,
wow.
everyone's like, oh, the positive energy plane must be awesome. Mm-mm.
No. No. Eventually, the third eye will disappear.
You're all right, though, right?
I feel better, besides the fact I'm blue. And it's the so that next damaging spell is that
Into perpetuity.
is that just the next damaging spell I cast, or is that
Let me
I
double
think
check.
it's within a minute.
oh
yeah,
it's within a minute?
Yeah,
Okay.
it is in the next minute. That's
Okay, so yeah,
yeah.
that's better off then.
That's why you nuked that little lizard in the grass so hard. Just like this little dude. You didn't know it was there, but just like this massive wave of necrotic energy rolls off of you and just
Yes, I did that on purpose. So he's just like, what? Are we good? We're good to keep going.
I'm going to keep going.
Cool.
I think
No.
we're
Are you
going.
good to keep going?
Yeah, I'm good to keep going. Let's go.
It's okay. You'll be fine.
No, it is not. It's not okay.
You're still beautiful. It's okay.
Thank you.
all right.
Onwards.
You continue onwards. You're making your way now up to the more rocky area further up where the hut or the shack would have been. As you're trying to find ways now, you don't need to navigate just along the valley. As you're getting closer and closer. Again, this is over time. You had the hour rest, etc. So this is more just a broad narrative here. And up on the rocks, you can see it looks like someone has a lantern lit. And on the wind, you can hear a cry for help because someone's been hurt. So do you want to go and check in on the person with the lantern? Or do you want to continue going in your own direction, which would take you past... like, they're not crying at you. It's just sort of like anyone out there? We need help.
I would be compelled to go help them.
Yeah, let's go help them.
I would also like to help.
Okay.
So we're gonna make a detour.
And Bright is there too. So sure, I'll help. As rain is spattering off of her mage armor. All right. So yeah, you begin hopping up some rocks in order to get to the ledge where this person is crying out. As you're making your way up, is there someone there? You hear shouting through the wind over the sound of the rain and thunder.
We're coming.
I would like to cast thaumaturgy to boom my voice and tell them we're on our way.
Sure. All right. Yeah. Oh, your voice thunders back up to the sky.
We're coming to help!
And making your way up is not going to be too difficult. I'm not going to call on a check for that. You see that there that there's a person holding a lantern, and there's two people on a stone, on a stone ledge. One person is laying down, and the other person has like his arms around the other guy, and sort of like, someone's here. You'll be all right.
They look like they're stuck on a ledge somewhere.
Yeah. So you're on a raised ledge. You're not on the ground. You don't need to worry about a slipping hazard in normal circumstances, but it's you're up off of the grass and the mud and everything. You've climbed up a little ways, and you're on a rocky ledge, an open rocky ledge set into or set against the mountainside. So it'd be sort of like the texture that you're seeing here, with a lot of little ledges and things. And so some of it does have little waterfalls coming down, but like there's just a lot of crevices and ledges and everything.
So are they hanging off the ledge? Is that what I'm looking at?
No, they're both. Everyone. Well, the person with the lantern's close to the edge, but was kind of like holding it up and like, anyone out there? And then the two people are in the middle of the ledge. They're not in danger of falling off unless like a strong wind somehow blew them off.
Okay.
But there's room for all of you to fit up there as well.
Then I'm going to climb my way up there and see what's going on, see if the person that the one guy's holding on to, does he look unconscious? Does he look injured?
On just a scant glance, unconscious in this other person's arms, who's sitting down and like holding his upper body.
Okay.
Is Mordecai the only one climbing up, or are all of you climbing up?
I will fly up.
Well, yeah, or equivalent. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I'm climbing.
Okay, and Bright's there too.
Yay!
You got her on one of those like little kid leashes that you see like parents walk their kids through the mall or something, and just sort of like, come on. Nope, no looking. Come on. All right, so you all are up there, and yeah, so it looks like an unconscious person in the arms of someone else who's sitting down, and there's someone who's holding a lantern up.
What happened?
Slipped and fell.
And I would kind of wave Celine over to try and to get her expert opinion.
Yeah, I'll look him over. I'm gonna guess this is medicine?
Yeah, make a medicine.
I have advantage on these. 24.
Okay. 24. So you go over to this person's side, and like you lean down and you're looking them over. And in your expert opinion, this person appears to have no injuries.
Luckily, you didn't do any lasting damage.
How fortunate. It'll be the same for you lot, too, unless you give us your stuff and leave. And the people on the ledge, the unconscious person opens his eyes, pulls a dagger, and holds it close to you, and the other two produce weapons. And you can also see, and hear, even above the rain, that there's other people who are hiding in the crevices as well that probably have weapons drawn on you. And you're getting the old, it's your GP or your HP.
Really? Really?
Well, that's just rude.
I don't think you want to do that, friend.
It's you that doesn't want to do that. Leave your things here. We'll let you leave in peace. Go out into the storm.
Is that so?
We don't want to have to hurt you, but we will if necessary.
Well, you see, here's a really funny thing about that.
I'm gonna turn off storm
He needs
guide
to
so
make
it
a
starts
Constitution
raining.
saving throw.
Oh, what's
I am gifting him darkness.
Which one?
The one who has his dagger to me.
Okay. Go ahead and roll a percentile with that.
Actually, hold on. Oh, it's within 30 feet. So, how many can I see within 30 feet of me, actually? Because I might upcast this.
You can see clearly the 3 that are in the lantern light. You're pretty sure there's more, even within 30 feet, but you're having trouble seeing them because of all the rain, or like they're wearing dark, slick cloaks, etc.
Then all 3 of them need to make Constitution saving throws, and I'll roll a d100.
All right. With a 74, a random creature within 60 feet of you becomes poisoned for 1d4 hours. Okay.
Sorry, I didn't mean to do that.
And I need to save against a 19? Ugh. Alright. Well, none of these 3 are going to pass the blindness deafness.
Yep, and it's 1 minute. At the end of each of their turns, they can make Constitution saves, but Celine speaks up. You cannot appreciate the light, and so I have given you darkness. Once your sight returns, leave. Lest more drastic action be taken. And she'd look around, knowing that she's still not alone, like that they're still not alone, that these 3 aren't the only ones.
Are you 2 doing anything in this moment as well?
I was dropping my storm guide so it starts raining on us.
Okay.
I'm going to prepare, or I'm going to ready the action to call lightning.
Okay.
So if they decide to still attack, I will zap them.
I mean, I don't think they will, because they're going to be like, I can't see, neither can I. Ah!
I am going to cast anti-life shell
Oh.
so that they can't reach us.
Okay.
Should they
Roll a percentile with that too.
Should they decide they want to come and attack us? 69.
Nice.
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 And I will say there's at least a 4th too. You made a random creature poison, so you hear someone retching from a crevice nearby as their stomach turns. So 69, each creature within 30 feet of you becomes invisible for the next minute.
Oh!
The invisibility ends when a creature attacks or casts a spell.
Well, we're good then. We can just leave.
Mordecai,
We're invisible now.
you're alone, supposedly, on this. So your anti-life shell goes off, and now it's just you.
Oh.
Though you do hear one of these bandits. Shut up, bloody bitch! Blinded me. Shoot him! Shoot them all!
Well, the anti-life shell's not going to protect against projectiles, but
No, but the invisibility will.
yeah, we have advantage. Or they have disadvantage on
They have
attacking
to be
us.
fair. Given the fact that this is a storm, strong wind, right?
Yep.
Are they going to be able to shoot at all?
They can shoot,
Depends on people.
but it's
Probably their range is affected. Yeah.
and
Well, I mean, they're gonna be
Mordecai is the
advantage.
only one that's visible. So.
Am I?
Well, no, is it no?
Or
It's
wait, was
each
it?
creature.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought that was. Oh yeah, because I'm sorry. I thought it was each creature other than you. It's of you, like in 30 feet of you becomes. All right. So
Of
no,
you.
all
Yeah,
of you are.
including myself.
Yeah.
Yeah, everyone's invisible.
Okay, so the command goes out to shoot them all. And there's just a lot of
There's no issue.
silent confusion right now. Just the wind and lightning.
Guys, we should just go. I'm gonna float off. I'll catch you guys down there.
Yeah, I'm gonna sneak off too.
Yeah, I think we're sneaking off.
We're
All the
leaving.
invisibility
Goodbye.
Okay. If you want to sneak, you're invisible, but I mean, you'd still leave like splashes when you walk or things like that. You can roll stealth to move away.
Do we have advantage because the people looking for us can't see us, and seeing splashes of us walking away with these other guys blind,
Not to mention it's also
It's
raining.
raining.
Because
I dropped my rain shield.
Yeah, I'll give you advantage on your stealth rolls.
Okay.
Do I need to make one because I'm flying?
Yes, because you're gonna have sort of a Norlice shaped either outline of no rain, or it's gonna be little rivulets of water that are like going down your body and making a Norlice rain streak.
A Norlice shaped hole in the rain.
Okay, I see how it is.
I mean, to be fair, they're gonna have to try and perceive us, and they're at a disadvantage there, given both obscuring and the fact that we're invisible.
Alright, 28. Is that enough?
Wow. All right, well,
wow. Okay.
It might not be. You're confident that you're flying stealthily enough, and maybe like you're wiggling your body as you do to shake the water off to not leave a distinct shape. So you're kind of like just like jiggling through the air. And you're doing a little shimmy, and the others are trying to get away. Yeah, so in the rain you just hear shoot her, shoot her. I told you y'all are in Jurassic Park. I said this clearly prior, so I'm setting up for these puns. And some blind arrows just are flying through.
They hit their own guys because they're invisible.
Possibly. I am open to this. So let's see. If I roll any 20s, it's going to hit one of you all. If I roll any 1s, it's going to hit one of the other bandits. Ouch.
Come on.
All right, so some lucky shots fire off, and the 2 of you that are struck by an arrow. There's actually 4 of you, so roll 2d4. Again, Bright's like, I'm here too. 4 and 1, so that's going to be Celine and Bright, because Bright will be our number 4. Celine is 1 in my lineup over here. So you're each the bandits kind of become visible because they attacked. Celine, you're going to take 7 points of non-magical piercing, and I need you to make a con save, please. Oh,
wow.
no.
Oh, actually, no, hold on.
Oh, wait.
I'm going to spend the luck from the luck blade to reroll that. Because I do have that. 17.
Okay. And I need a con. Oh, wow. Bright's like super good at oh, yeah. She flexes. So you're struck by the arrows. You're going to take the damage. And there's a moment, Celine, where just this kind of wave of lethargy sort of like you end up shaking it off, but like you just yawn. You don't even need to sleep, but I don't know, there's just like your body feels like it's just going through molasses. Like it's just slow. Like this is the closest thing to sleep that you've probably gotten, as just something is affecting I guess your nerves in a way that it was trying to like shut you down or turn you unconscious. And Bright also, you just hear even through the rain. But both of you managed to not be knocked out. Congrats. And you get out of there, as you must have stumbled across like a bandit hideout, or people are trying to take advantage of others fleeing the storm, or catch trespassers or something. And after another time, if you want another short rest, you can take another short rest.
I don't need one.
If you don't, we can continue on. It's up to you two. Or you all?
Yeah, I don't need one.
Okay.
Should be okay.
Nope, I'm good.
Yeah.
Bright will
Sure.
retroactively roll for it after I present the scene to Fluffy, but we can presume she's full, but I don't want to roll that for her. All right. After a long while trudging, I mean, we're talking, it's been a most of the day because things have been going slow. You've been having to watch your step. There's been other instances where you've maybe got stuck in the mud. It didn't deal any damage, but it slowed you all down because, well, again, except for Norlai, who's floating along. But, your boots might get stuck or something slips. Like, you're soaked. Just the constant drumming of rain, the crack of thunder, the occasional crack of a mountain as water sort of claims another edifice. And in its own way, I mean, for you, Celine, as well. Well, Mordecai certainly had that kind of that moment in the river. I mean, this is also similar to what had led you to embrace nature as well back at the Six Landlords, when water, just that constant force, a gentle healing force, but one that can absolutely destroy too. You are no less surrounded by it. Now you might take it in differently than Mordecai is, but there's at least these recognitions. And there has been points too, like what you see in this illustration, where there's bones that have been exposed from dragons that have been buried, even for a long time under rock and soil. And you can have that dramatic moment, a flash of lightning, and there's just a skull poking out of a cliffside.
We should come back for this when it's not raining.
We should.
Perhaps they'd have something to say. Not that I prepared that today, but
We can come back tomorrow.
You continue trudging past, and in fact, there's some sort of a Shadowhar facility that it doesn't look to be operational right now, but you are seeing fencing, and you're seeing some piping and machinery. There's not the usual glow of any sort of a hell power, like a tower, a fiery tower here. So nothing's lit up. But when you're passing by this area, you certainly see that there's a lot of dragon remains, and I would like Mordecai. I want you. Are you still a tinkerer, or did you swap
yes.
that? Go ahead and roll a tinkerer at advantage.
Okay. Using which skill?
Let's use int on this one.
What? Meh.
Okay.
Meh.
You can roll again. It's at advantage too.
Oh. Hey, Lamau.
Could even be higher.
Hey, Lamau.
As you're passing by, either it's closed or it's been evacuated or something, you take a moment in all the rain and all of nature's fury that's pounding down on this place. And there's these storage tanks that are present. And as you look, they're a similar metal to the engines of the ships. But the way these are built aren't like engines. These look more like little silos.
I'm gonna get a closer look.
Okay. You give me unless you want to power your way through to like destroy your way through the fence. Give me an athletics to climb over the fence to get in to get a closer look at the tanks here.
No.
Oh. All right, so that was that like 18d10
I got
points
out
of
my
it?
real
No.
dice too, and I'm still not rolling
No,
them.
it's fine. So you fall and land on your ass in the mud, and like you're absolutely covered.
Mordecai, do you want me to check those for you?
Sure.
He just pats his head and floats up.
As she's floating up and over, and I mean, Celine, you're Bright's there, but Celine, if you want to say or do anything, Mordecai, you landed on your ass, and yeah, you're covered in mud, and you have a little bit of a bruise on your butt, if not on your ego. Your hand landed on something flat and metal in the mud, and you pick it up, and it's some sort of like a flimsy, thin metal, maybe a sign, but it's covered in mud.
Kind of wipe it off. I need to do laundry.
And lightning strikes, illuminating the sign and what it says. Now, Noralai, we cut over to you, as you are amid the tanks. What's that face?
Danger, high voltage.
Kind of. Noralai, as you're flying among the tanks, this is it is reminiscent of Shadowheart stuff. Like, it's a shiny metal, very round. It has an interesting luster that like they just seem to have some kind of a metal that acts that way. And as you're flying, you are going to be given a choice. You can either take a lightning strike that's headed towards this facility, or you can try and dodge out of the way. And you could just choose. You could say, I'll take the lightning, or that you'll just dodge.
I can take the lightning.
Oh.
Okay.
Oh. Well,
Let me just
a real light nipple.
have resistance.
All right. So Nature's Fury pours down on the flying girl amid the metal silos here. 6th level, you gain resistance to lightning and thunder damage. In addition, whenever you start casting a spell at 1st level or higher that deals lightning or thunder. Okay, well, this is more for the resistance that is coming your way. Okay, so a powerful flash of lightning that illuminates the sign. Mordecai's eyes widen. We cut over to Noralai. Noralai sort of looks up for a moment as this lightning bolt streaks down and is going to be dealing that much damage, except half. So 35 rounded down.
Whoa.
Mordecai, in that moment, your eyes maybe reflexively, like, you look up to Noralai, and of course you see the streak after seeing the sign on that must have fallen off the fence outside of these silos that has that similar danger sign that the engines of the Shadowheart airships have, meaning that they're full of souls and other things that might escape if ruptured.
Yeah, no.
So you see that, and then there's just that moment, like Nora or whatever. You can do it dramatic. I won't put that in your, in your mouth, but crack-a-boom! Thunder just rolls over the canyon or through the valley here.
Okay. I was kind of saving it.
I'm gonna go back now. She flies back over lands. Yeah, it's not safe up there.
No.
Those
Can I
tanks
get a
are full of
heal?
souls.
Yeah. In which case, I probably should stop the thunder and lightning. So I'm gonna cast control weather.
All right. Are we
Well, then
controlling the weather in 5 miles, or is it a 5-mile radius fireball? Let's find out together.
Please don't be a 5-foot radius fireball. We will just die if that happens.
78. You cast polymorph on yourself. If you fail the saving throw, you turn into a sheep for the spell's duration.
I have to save against
Wisdom.
my own.
You have to save against polymorph.
To save against my own save DC. Okay.
It's a wisdom save.
Uh-oh,
I
Piscadio.
turned myself into a sheep.
Meh.
Oh, you're so cute.
Meh.
I just start petting.
So yeah, Mordecai. As your spell goes off, you turn into a sheep.
Well,
And Norlai comes down, and just being so charged with electricity, static just makes all of your wool just you like
I
fluff
have
up to
poof.
twice your size.
poofy blue wool.
Yep.
I'm still controlling the weather, though.
Let's see, because you think like a sheep. Maybe a sheep can. Let's see.
Keeps mental faculties.
Oh, does it? I thought if you changed into a squirrel, you thought like a squirrel.
Nah.
That's polymorph. Yeah, polymorph does reduce you to the
I don't think it
animals.
does.
You're thinking a B shape. Druid B shape.
Hold on.
Druid B shape, you keep your mental faculties, but if you're polymorphed, you are the intelligence, wisdom, and charisma of the creature that you are morphed into.
No, you might be thinking. No, the target's game system. Oh, and including mental. Yeah, nope, it is mental ability scores. So, yep.
So you cast
I
the
lose control
spell,
weather.
and you turn
Oh.
for a moment.
For a minute.
Maybe the lightning. Maybe it's the lightning or something. But
It is also a
5
10-minute
miles of
cast.
clouds, of just roiling storm clouds, look like a big fluffy blue wool, and then it just sort of fades back to the storm that it was, as this like gargantuan eldritch abomination sheep just briefly dips into the sky for a moment, wool wise anyway. It makes the clouds look like fluffy blue wool, and then we have Mordecai as a sheep with super staticky wool, sort of throwing sparks every now and again. Little like Jacob's ladder up your horns, like.
I continue to pet.
Bah.
It's your turn now. Yes, Angie sheep.
I didn't realize I was this soft.
I should be a sheep
Meh.
more often. Does great things for your
Meh.
hair.
He's gonna have a bad hair day.
You're gonna turn back and you just have a fro.
Yeah. Mordecai has a nice fro after this. All right, so the group trudges ever onward and upward as you're getting closer and closer. It's been a long hike. Again, your feet are, well, or feet equivalent, are tired. Your boots are full of rain. And Bright's like, yeah, I could press the digitate, but they're just gonna fill up again, so I don't know what to do.
Mordecai's hair is now a stringy, spazzed out mess. He looks haggard. I bet everybody here looks haggard.
I'm fine. What are you talking about? I totally didn't just get struck by lightning.
Yeah. Oh, poor Mordecai! You turned into a lovable fuzzy sheep. Meanwhile, Norlai has her clothes singed, like a little like wisp of smoke coming up from the lightning strike.
Let's just leave.
Just sort of like, and smoke comes out. Oh, but Mordecai! Oh,
We have places to be.
Yeah. Next. Keep trudging along. Sooner we get out of this mess, sooner we get indoors, sooner Mordecai can feel better.
And fortunately, after more trudging along, very sore feet, and just I can't wait to just sit down and rest. Ahead, is where ahead is where Celine's shack should be, and where I say should, it's kind of there. It's about half there. Maybe victim of the winds or just time in general. There's part of it. And as you're getting closer through the driving rain, the thunder, and the lightning, Bright says something to you, Celine, like, "Oh, well, at least your curtains are still intact."
She probably says that, and then they come immediately off the rails and hit Celine in the face because of the howling wind.
She points ahead, and you're like, "I don't remember having curtains in my shack." Although I appreciate the comedic timing, because I absolutely would do that to you. But this is going elsewhere. Like, I didn't have curtains in my shack. And as you get closer, you see that, yeah, there's part of the shack that's there. But especially where there's a cave that goes into the mountain.
Someone
The
moved in.
entire cave behind the shack has been redecorated in your absence.
Oh. Oh, that's unexpected.
Is that spiderwebbing?
Looks like it.
You know what? Let's just take the armor and...
What, are you afraid of spiders?
Spiders can be friendly.
You want to go in there?
Yes. It's raining.
It's... I would like to get dry at least a little bit.
Yeah. Okay. Alright. We're going in.
We need to find out what's under the bed.
No, we don't.
You gotta
You
stop me
pointed that
there.
out. Now I'm curious.
It's probably
No, I
not.
just closed the
I
door.
hope
You
it's
gotta
not.
stop me.
Oh, I hope it's no longer there.
What is beneath the bed?
No, I'm not saying.
That's the question.
Are you too embarrassed?
I will take it to my second grave, Mordecai.
You're embarrassed even with me? I'm hurt.
But it's... I'll tell you and only you later.
Okay. Fine.
I'm gonna find it.
Oh, I hope
And-
you don't.
You know, I was just actively going into the cave shack, whatever.
I'm going into the cave. I'm gonna pop a light spell and put it on the wall somewhere,
Okay.
and see if we can't make a fire to warm all of us up, because I'm sure we're all chilled to the bone.
Sure. As you go in, you cast your light spell. Mordecai, I need you to make a perception check, please.
Oh. Great.
Oh, whatever could be in the cave full of spiderwebs.
Whatever could be.
Right. With light shimmering across the spider webs, something not just on the wall. It is on the wall, but it's also seemingly inscribed into the floor and elsewhere. And didn't I see one of these in the fake? At that moment,
Oh.
a wave of energy blasts forward, like you almost see like the webs, like rippling in front, and this wave hits all of you, and everything goes dark.
Oh. Not a fan of that.
Dark is in darkness style.
Nope.
Dark as
is
an
in-
unconscious.
You are all unconscious.
Oh no, it's the setup.
I will see Celine and Mordecai here this coming Tuesday, as some sort of a Fey sigil has been triggered, some sort of a trap or a warning, and well, as the Fey have shown before. Now you're correct in that this wasn't here before, so something happened in the meantime. But
We'll find out in 3 weeks.
We'll find out.
Yep. For all of you out there, our upcoming session, two sessions, are going to be in celebration of both Halloween and in providing personal tales of horror to each of the 4 players. On this coming Tuesday, Celine and Mordecai are each going to have a spotlight tale of personal horror that I will be narrating. The channel will be set to mature because there will be mature themes, like gorier instances, maybe like tense emotion, and of course that allows us to drop the F-bomb more than one time if we so choose.
Mm-hmm.
But yes, so as a happy Halloween, we're gonna have a session before and a session after, because the second Tuesday is going to be Norlai and Bright having their own personal tales of horror. So I hope to see you around for that. What we're gonna do in the meantime, in order to help prepare you for the horror to come, we are going to go raid Macabre Derek, who is probably drawing one of his Goretober catch-up sketches here. Now, his channel should be set to mature. Yep, there it is. So come over with us, enjoy the gore, enjoy the horror, enjoy the art, stay for the conversation, and we are going to have ourselves a good time. I mean, I'd like to think that most, if not all, of our times are good, but we're having a special good time for the next 2 sessions as we have some Halloween fun, and I get to eviscerate my my characters here.
Yes.
No.
Sometimes it just seems to be very literal with an evisceration. So I'll see you all around. Join us on Discord, please, where we do keep things PG-13. Pushing the boundaries in our spooky memes for the month, but you know what you're getting into if you click into it. And yeah, we'll see you all around. I'll be in Derek's channel hanging out. I'll be on Discord if you need anything. And remember, tomorrow, technically later today, because we're past midnight here, Dark Wolf and I are going to be giving away boxes of pre-painted minis, because that's our monthly miniature giveaway. Thanks to all of you who sponsor the channel. All that goes to get those boxes out the door to other people. So be well, and I'll see you in Derek's channel, everyone. Bye!
A PM for that. I'm kind of curious.